cultures. Every period of history held its own standards on what was and was not considered beautiful. Look at this. I think this is hilarious. Respectfully tell the ladies, get plump. Can you imagine? With Professor Williams' famed fatten you foods. We don't hear about that anymore. Anybody recognize what this is?
It's a corset.
It's a corset. Corsets were worn up to the 1920s. And wearing corsets, I don't know if you guys knew this, carried risks such as digestive disorders, pinched nerves, broken ribs, and chronic pain. Now, I don't know about you, but broken ribs doesn't sound very fun. Does it to you? Pinched nerves. I'm a physical therapist and I help people overcome these things. But people were wearing these because it was the fashion, because it was the standard of that day. Would you guys want to bring that back? No. No, me either. And let's look at these pictures. We talked about Miss America. Well, let's look at her across the decades and how she has changed. I think the 20s, doesn't she look kind of like the Statue of Liberty? Yeah. But you can see the differences. The standards change and the culture changes. So what do we learn from history? What do we learn from seeing this? Well, we learn that the standard of beauty changes. So it doesn't stay the same. It changes. But you know something that does stay the same? Jesus doesn't change. Yesterday, today, tomorrow, he's always totally himself. Isn't that good to know? That even with everything that changes around us, that he is always the same. He does not change with our culture. So is there a problem with the way that we see ourselves in our culture? Do we have a problem with beauty or with self-image or body image? Watch this video, see for yourself. Wonder why so many girls feel this way? Do you ever wonder why you might feel this way? Why you might feel an emptiness inside? Well, I believe that one of the biggest influences on girls today, on us today, is the media. And unfortunately, the media is lying to you. Don't believe me? Let this short video clip, Evolution, expose the truth. Watch it closely. It's fair. Let's just talk about this. Do you think it's fair that the media edits pictures like that? No. Why? Like, what is your thoughts?
Because some people try looking like them.
Because then you feel like you have to look like them. And is it possible?
No, because of it's messed with computer.
Because that person didn't look like that.
Yeah.
The way God created them, they weren't that way, right? And did you see that statistic about cosmetic surgeries, how they're on the rise? Well, no wonder people are feeling the pressure to do that, because they're trying to look like a computer-edited picture. And that girl, I was thinking, you know, I've struggled with the fact that I have acne, and that's one of the things that I really struggle with. And I think we all have something that we might not like about ourselves, our physical bodies. But I think, you know, she had acne, but she didn't look like it when she was on that billboard. You know? I'm like, it's not fair. I want to look like her skin, but that's not her skin, you know? And so, no wonder our perception of beauty is so distorted. We are desperately striving to reach an impossible goal, just like what she was saying earlier. What does it profit a girl, and I paraphrase this, by the way, what does it profit a girl to gain the world's beauty, admiration, and approval, yet lose her soul? What does it profit her? Nothing. And I have to admit, I was one of those people striving for this world's beauty, this world's approval, and this world's admiration. And I know some people, we can be on either spectrum. Some people really try, like I did, really try hard to make the you know, the mark, and some people just don't care. And so you can be on the opposite spectrum where you deny your beauty and you say, well, it's not worth trying. I can never achieve that, so I'm just not going to care at all. So you can go either extreme. And I think, you know, finding that balance and finding what God thinks and where, you know, finding that through Him is what we're going to talk about a little bit more here today. This scripture is from Proverbs 4:23. Guard your heart above what? All else, for it determines the course of your life. That word guard means protect from danger. Are you making a conscious effort of guarding your heart? Because if not, some things might enter our lives and our hearts when we're not guarding them. Like what CJ said, what we're allowing into our minds. I used to look at the fashion magazines all the time. So then I had constantly had those pictures in my mind, and that's constantly what I was trying to achieve and try to be like. But when I guard my heart, you know, it's not that I can't look at those, but that's not where I spend all my time, because I'm guarding my heart from that influence.